Hey guys, this is Collective Soul Tarot. My name is Kay. We're back for another day. Happy Monday. I hope you all had a great weekend. We have 2 alphabet letters to choose from for the end of this month till we start all over again in the next few days. And we've got W and we have T. I'm just going to randomly pull one. And if you like what you see or hear today, would you consider subscribing or at least commenting, liking, sharing? That would be great. But let's go ahead, Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit. I got one right here, not looking. It's W, yay! So we only have T left, and that'll be for tomorrow, okay? So if you were looking for T, just know I'll be doing it tomorrow, all right? That'll be the 31st, Halloween. Yeah, and so it'll go in this at the end of the day, at the end of the reading. I'll put it in there. It will not be chosen again. And let's get started, W names. And the ones that have been receiving those free readings that I've been doing for the alphabet with the birth year, I sure hope you've been getting something out of it and it's been helping you out in some way, maybe even giving you a new direction or just some other way to look at it, your life and your situation. But yeah, Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit. By the way, that free giveaway is over with. It ended on Friday, and I still have 5 more to do because I ended up doing 14 instead of 10. But it's all great practice for me, and I love to be able to give to the people who follow me, you know, and want to be engaging and helpful. That's just what I'm like. I'm engaging and helpful. I genuinely want to help. So Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, will you please guide and assist me today in doing this reading, to read the energies of the cards and to help me see clearly? What messages do you have for us, Archangel Michael, for the W names today? For this general read, or this W names read, I should say, excuse me, for today, Monday, which I didn't say for the collective reading, did I? I don't think so. October the 30th, 2023. I just did the collective. Haven't uploaded it yet, but anyways, we've cut now and we're going to go. So the current situation with the Celtic Cross spread is Queen of Wands, all right, with the 10 of Cups crossing that. All right, Queen of Wands. W names, the Queen of Wands could be somebody who is a mistress, like the other woman to somebody else, or could be one, you know, having an affair on their marriage, you know, stepping out on the marriage. So the Queen of Wands, or you could be a Queen of Wands energy, and a Queen of Wands energy dealing with a marriage, or in a marriage, or wanting to have a marriage. Let's do distant energies. 9 of Swords. Okay, losing sleep at night and a lot of stress. 3 of Cups is a recent. Now that could be a third party or just wanting to reunite with somebody. Love interest, right? What's your thoughts? Queen of Cups. Queen of Wands is thinking about a Queen of Cups. Bridging energy. 2 of Pentacles. Juggling. Someone's been juggling. Fears. 8 of Pentacles. Are you fearing that someone's not going to put the work in? Or that you're not going to have the finances if you need to be on your own? Okay. Who's in the environment? Page of Swords. Somebody who is either behaving quite childish or naive, maybe a youthful spirit person, but who is from the distance, maybe spying on you, your hopes, Oh, Four of Wands. Wanting to have a very celebratory reunion with somebody, possibly, hopefully live under the same roof together kind of situation. Outcome, the Moon. The Moon is fears and things hidden. You know, it's suppressing emotions. That's why it's hidden. Suppressing your emotions, having fears about expressing your emotions, so you just suppress them. Okay, let's talk about the energies. That could be reversed. Let's talk about the clarification for those. Oh, sneaky Seven of Swords energy. And the Seven of Cups, 2-7. 777 might mean something to you. Their energy. Knight of Pentacles. And the Two of Wands. They may need to be making a decision, the decision should be the one where the light is shining on it, because that's the divinely lit decision. My readings are about the divine, inspiring you through these messages, and by choosing that path that you should have been on in the beginning, this one should have been on. They are now doing that with being trustworthy and faithful, and inching their way towards opening up to you. You know, sending you that message. They had to make a decision. They've made it, they're doing it, but it's slow, and their desire is to communicate, but it's a long time coming. Communication. Yeah, okay. Back of the deck, these two cards, well, this is like feeling like an option, and this is like somebody put you in and feeling like an option because of their deceptive ways. They're cheating, lying, and just being unfair, you know, being disrespectful, that kind of thing towards your heart, your feelings, and it's no wonder your emotions are suppressed. Okay. All right, back of the deck. We have the World. Ending one cycle and beginning another, but this could be somebody from a long ways away, because it's the World card after all. They could be quite a distance away. There's the Sun. Again, this is kind of like a travel card, all right? Travel card, travel card, right? But anyways, it is enlightening. This is truth seeking and truth, expressing yourself in truthful ways without the intent to be misunderstood. With the intention of not being misunderstood. King of Swords would be, somebody's got a plan. They're strategizing. If it's not a lawyer, because it's in divorce proceeding or some other legal activity, it's you or the person, this one here, that wants to come forward with truth and honesty, have a brand new slate clean between the two of you, because they've been enlightened. They've been enlightened, have seen the errors of their ways, and they know that it's all about coming forward truthfully and in a way that you can't misunderstand them if that's what happened in the past, or misconstrue their intentions. They want to be fully transparent, communicate with you. They're intuitive too, these King of Swords. They tapping into their intuition. That's how come they've been able to see the errors of their ways. They have a connection to the divine. Whether they really fully realize it or not, they do. That's their new chapter. You see, leaving the old chapter behind. Okay, so guys, let's see what we got. I'm looking at this. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to keep moving. I feel like it's a masculine I'm talking to. I feel like he's got a wife or a partner who stepped out on him on their marriage, and it put him into the Nine of Swords in the past, and he's been feeling again like a third party to whoever it is she's stepping out on the marriage for, and he's in the same sense has got someone else on his mind. So although he may be feeling the pain and the heartache here, he's got somebody on his mind. Queen of Cups. He's been feeling juggled, but at the same time, guess what? If he's got someone else on his mind, he's been juggling, you know, his long-term partner with the one that he has on his mind. He is afraid of not being able to have the finances to build his finances up. If, let's just say, if this is about getting divorced from the Queen of Wands, then he's going to have to build his finances up again. He's afraid he's not going to be able to do that, but he does want to move towards his Queen of Cups, in a celebratory energy, that she's going to be happy to receive him, and that the two of them, later on, they can consider talking about, because that's what he wants eventually, consider talking about at least living under the same roof together, if not getting married, right? But there's some fears. There's fears about all doing this. And the fears are that he behaved like this and his wife is behaving like that. His long-term partner is behaving like that. Made him feel like an option, but oh, right, okay. So yeah, talking to the masculine here. Wow. I feel like this is all the masculine. I feel like all of this is the masculine. Even this. Yeah, I feel like this is all the masculine W names. That he had to make a different decision, and now he has, and he's inching back towards you he's wanting to, come clean, right? Come clean, straight up, transparent, and send you a message. Yep, this is all the masculine. There's not like this is masculine, and then this is the person that they're thinking about. But they could be thinking about themselves, about what they needed to do, right? But yeah, this is all masculine. Wow, that's interesting. I haven't had that before. So let's go. That's why it's confusing me a little. So, Archangel Michael, this is very interesting for our W names. Can you give us some clarification on the Queen of Wands energy with the Ten of Cups, please? Thank you. Ten of Cups energy. One more shuffle. Assay, this one. Okay, destined path. I see that. That's the first thing I saw. Yeah, but it's very burdensome. But it's making you grow into an emperor. The Knight of Swords, making you want to seize the moment. Get out of your freaking head and seize the moment and come forward truthfully now. Because you behaved like this. You were sneaky with your swords. Stealing swords like a fox in a hen house. Getting whatever you can get. Being reckless and impulsive and possibly hurting women's hearts. She's been like that to you too. Your long term has been doing that to you. But now, even though that's been going on, whatever happened, it caused you to wise up and say, this is karma. What is going on with me, W names? This is what you'd be thinking, is that this is karma. She's a karmic soulmate. She's mirroring back to you what you were doing before, whether it was during your time when you're married to her or in other relationships, right? In any case, you had racked up some karma from your misdeeds. And so you realize that it's destiny that you experience this karmic soulmate who's cheating on you. You're getting the feeling, you're getting a first-hand dose of what it feels like to have someone do that to you, which helps you grow. It helps you feel heavily burdened, by what's going on in your life, how you feel like someone's done you wrong, but then you're seeing how you've been doing people wrong, especially somebody that you may be caring for a great deal. You did her wrong, and so you're carrying those heavy burdens. It's a 10 of Wands, so you're going to let it go, because after all this realization of how this was karmic and you're paying your debt off by having to live with somebody who's been showing you that you chose this person to be with in the past, but now you're seeing how much pain it is. It's feeling pain from her making choices to be with somebody else instead of you. That's paying your karma back. You're feeling the same pain and realizing that's what it's for. It's not, you're not paying your karma back until you actually are aware of that's what's going on. It's one thing to feel pain and hurt, but you likely, if you weren't wising up to why you're having these experiences with your current, love interest, if you didn't become aware of what was really going on here, which is receiving karma and paying it back with your pain and sorrow and sadness and rejection, then you would just go on. You might end that relationship there, but just go into another relationship where either you're going to be that way with them or they're going to be that way with you again. It's just like you keep having to experience this similar situation time and again with different partners. But if you wise up to it, see it as a destined path for you to wise up to it, to see the burdens that you put on people and on yourself as a result, then you are actually going to evolve and step into a take charge, take control mindset of the Emperor. The highest, most revered energy in the tarot card deck is the Emperor. He builds empires because he leads people. He leads the way in ways that can not only build it, but maintain those empires. So great things happen for emperors, okay? Because they're in that energy. And one of those energies is going to be, they're not going to mistake it for another moment. They're going to seize the opportunity and ride in and give this lady here the full truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. I am going to lay it all out for her so that she can look at it and say, she can either say, well, I forgive you, because Queen of Cups does forgive. I forgive you, and I'd like to get to know you. Or I forgive you, but, I just don't see you as being the one for me. Not now anyways, not right now. Maybe further down the road, it could be that. But you have much better chance of her saying, I forgive you, and I'd like to get to know you. If you step into Emperor energy, taking charge, taking control, being honest, not right, truthful, compassionate, generous, just charismatic, a great lover, a great friend, a great, good personality. I mean, you're, what do you call it when you're humorous? Yeah. So you just have a lot of really great qualities as an emperor, because you've taken on all four kings qualities in you, plus you are that leader who builds empires. The Empress, she births them, okay? She births great ideas that always become successful. He builds on that, all right, as the Emperor for her. Distant past. Let's see what the Nine of Swords is all about. This is beautiful. W names, you've risen. You've risen to the task, because you've seen the error of your ways that your long-term partner has actually mirrored back to you. She may not even be conscious of what she's done, but she's helping you heal and grow. Four of Pentacles, being attached, being overindulgent. Nine of Cups, Page of Pentacles, giving someone else a pentacle, and Knight of Cups here. Yeah. Whew. So the distant past. I always like to put them like this. I don't know why. Helps me think better. Okay, Archangel Michael. And you said put that one out there too. That is the Hangman, right? because the Hangman comes after all of this. It's that awakening you needed in order for you to be sitting in this kind of energy here. Nine of Swords, right? High distressed about someone, about being attached to somebody, okay? Okay, I got it. All right. You're attached to your Queen of Cups. In the distant past, I mean Queen of Wands, okay? You're attached to her. Fair enough. She's your wife or long-term partner. You're attached to her. You celebrated life with her. You both were kind of on the same page. Liked to party, drink, smoke, do drugs, whatever. Just having a good time together. You had a kid, maybe a little overindulged. And this is your child or children you have. But even in all of this, W names, even with all of this, which might have been great in the beginning, there was someone else that your heart was jerking out for. Doesn't sound good, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like it's saying, no, not that one. And it's like, oh, but this one over here. Yeah, you still had someone else on your mind, and guess who it was? This one right here. It hung you upside down, caused you, with all of this stress of having this attachment and these heavy indulging behaviors between the two of you and your Queen of Wands, with the added pressure of having a child with her or children. All you've been, not all, but I mean, you've been quite responsible as a father and a wife or husband and all that sort of stuff. But you have often thought about what if, right? What if I had been able to get on my horse and move towards this Queen of Cups here, instead of having made the decision to do this. Remember, he had a decision to make. He made this decision first, right here. That would be with whoever she is, the Queen of Wands, right? She would be the one that he chose at first, and now he's like, here it's talking about how he's choosing the one that his heart is calling out for, because that's the divine in your heart. And it's because ever since then, it's kind of been feeling like you've been feeling stuck. You haven't been doing anything. You haven't moved towards anyone. You've just been living your life, being busy or not, and just coasting, kind of upside down, but at the same time receiving an awakening, because you have to be awakened here in order for you to see, like, to become aware of how this is a karmic who was meant to be in your life, because it's destined. It was destiny to be that you chose her over her at that time, because you needed to grow, to evolve, to be ready to take that one on. Does that make sense, W names? So yeah, you're receiving an awakening here. You're being enlightened. You're being enlightened so that you can let go of your worldly, hang-ups, overindulgences and stuff. Your behaviors, your pesky, deceptive ways, making others feel like they're just an option because you're married after all, right? They can only be an option. Yep. So the divine said, you're just going to stay put, and you're going to sit and you're going to experience this one do what she's done. Because you need to be able to have that experience and look at it for what it was, what it's meant to be. You have to. You cannot go from being, like a page or a knight to a king or an emperor until you wake up. You wake up to yourself. You wake up to what it was that you've been doing that was wrong and that caused you karma to pay off. 3 of Cups. Hope that makes sense. 6 of Wands. That could be pride and ego. Oh, there's... Okay. Man. All right, and this heat here. Broken heart. The King of Wands is here too. There's you, but you're an emperor as well. Currently, this is the recent past. So you went from King of Wands into Emperor. energy, which is very similar, except this one has so much more evolved characteristics and traits. Just a more evolved, more responsible, because he's a leader, right? More responsible mindset, to behave responsibly and to be accountable, to be held accountable. He would hold himself accountable, whereas Knight of Wands, King of Wands wouldn't necessarily hold himself accountable. Yep. So what I'm getting from this, looking at these clarification cards, is that as a King of Wands, you're realizing that you were just in victory, pride and ego, wanting to win at all costs kind of thing. Be seen and recognized for someone who was in a very in a stronghold toxic way. Okay, so another way of looking at this is, pardon the noise in the background, another way of looking at this is that you want to reunite with her. This is the most recent past. You've been thinking about this and moving towards doing it, this inching, right? So that you can feel victorious. And this might have something to do with work as well, that maybe you're going to be working somewhere that's closer to her, but you see her as your true love. You've come to recognize that, you acknowledge that, but you have a very, very strong desire to be with her and to not feel brokenhearted. Possibly too strong to the obsession, but you also realize, because you wising up, that your toxicity, your too much pride and ego in the past caused your true love, caused your true love's heart to break, because you had also had her in the third party. So you can kind of look at it two different ways there. W names. All right, but the main thing here is that your toxicity is something that it's a concern for you, right? You're keeping that foremost in the front of your mind, which is good, because the more you think about it and recognize it for what it is, the easier you can take control of it, so it doesn't get out of control and hurt somebody. You know, that pride and ego coming up and hurt hearts again. You don't want to hurt your true love's heart. You just want a reunion and celebration with her. Remember, you want that with her. So you're thinking about your Queen of Cups. You're growing. You're becoming an emperor. You've been awakened. You'll continue to be awakened. You just don't get awakened once. It happens many times. Whatever you're ready for, your mind is ready for, you will get as enlightenment. Okay, so the Queen of Cups is strength. You got to find your strength and courage to no longer hold yourself back from it, and to go forward towards her, because you know she's going to have some questions to ask you. And you are the King of Pentacles. Very good. With 9 of Wands on your knees. Didn't you come out as a King of Cups? No, maybe not. No, it's probably the other one. Yeah, but you're the Emperor, right? King of Cups nonetheless. So yeah, you're thinking about her. You're thinking about how you have to dig deep inside of you and find that courage to stand up, suppress your ego, put it down. Put your ego down, tame the lion, the beast within you, which is the ego, and all your fears, which you still clearly have here. She's going to have some hardline questions for you that you're going to have to, be vulnerable about and transparent and give up the goods. But that's what you want to do here. Knight of Swords, you want to seize the opportunity, taking the action as King of Wands, to commit to her, Tell her that you are committed to her. But it's bringing you a lot of, scary stuff. You're feeling very burdened by your fears, your thoughts and fears about this, because you've been a juggler, and you've been juggled, you know, she probably knows that you've juggled her. But at the same time, this bridging energy is about you balancing that heart over mind, you know, nice balance where it's not so much logic, practicality, and worldly focus, and not as much heart, like those emotions. You're bringing that up to equilibrium, so that you're more balanced, and more balanced individual, and you have to be if you're going to move towards this Queen of Cups person. Okay, you're the Queen of Swords. I mean, the King of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the Emperor. So, oh, and the King of Wands too on the board. The only one that's missing is the King of Cups. So, Two of Pentacles, please. Archangel Michael in the bridging energy from the past to the near future. Eight of Wands, taking fast action, wanting to communicate. Remember, you do want to communicate. Three of Pentacles, you're going to be working hard, and you're going to tell her you want to collaborate with her so that you can build a new foundation together after that one crumbled, right? But you're going to manifest a brand new beginning with her. You're manifesting a brand new building of a tower. You know how the kings and queens live in towers, right? Or castles, whatever. Princess might be in a tower, I don't know. But yeah, your life crumbled here, and it crumbled when she was, you know, what you did with her, and she's not been in your life since then. Or, you know, yeah, not been in your life literally, physically, or anything like that. But yeah, you want to take action towards her. You do. Eight of Wands. That's taking quick action. That's wanting to communicate passionately back and forth to tell her that, you know, you're single and you're ready to mingle, you know, when that time comes. When you divorce this one over here, you're single and ready to mingle and want to build on a foundation with her. Those you and her forging that new foundation together, because you recognize the one that you had that you thought was solid back then wasn't, and it crumbled. So you're manifesting a new beginning by reaching out to her, because you've already made a decision to go towards her. You're inching your way there, and you're getting ready to speak to her. You're an Emperor energy. Have you divorced? Have you put this behind you? Let's check out your energy here again, okay? These ones. All right, let's see what you're doing now. High Priestess, you're tapping into your intuition. You have realized how sabotaging you've been and how stuck in your head you've been. Your intuition told you that you have been misbehaving, quite not so nice, like, well, because Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, right? Put you in your Eight of Swords. So, but back here you're in the Nine of Swords, so you're not as in the swords, right? This is a mental prison, but this is great distress, losing sleep, and you know when you lose sleep, your health declines, and then things get worse. But this is Eight of Swords. You had been in self-sabotaging. You're acknowledging all of this because you've seen how you chose that path instead of the lit path. But it was all destiny again, all destiny, because you had to grow and she had to grow. Your Queen of Cups had to grow. In order for the two of you to grow, you had to meet each other first and then do what you needed to do with each other to hurt whose ever hearts, and causing them to, you know, have the dark night of the soul so that they would be reaching for the light and growing and evolving, becoming a better person, the best version of themselves in this lifetime. You both needed that, because God saw that the two hearts that were coming together at that time, when you weren't ready for it, but two hearts that belonged together nonetheless. Two hearts that belong together. So things happen and you both went your separate ways. But as a result of all your karmic experiences from the karmic debt you accumulated, both of you, paid off by becoming aware of where you were going wrong in your choices and your behaviors, that you grew, and now your hearts are more in that higher vibration and equally yoked. Again, you might have been equally yoked back here, but that wasn't your highest self, because you were still married, trying to have a relationship with somebody else. So when you're single and she's single, the two of you can come back together, and you'll be at that higher vibe with each other and have amazing life together. Sure, you're going to have bumps in the roads and all that sort of stuff, but it's going to be a lot easier to navigate and overcome when you're at a higher vibration. So let's talk about the moon energy now, those fears. I'm glad you're tapping into your intuition, because this would have helped you at least begin that, the hangman, right? Helped you begin that process if it wasn't happening before. The moon. Six of Pentacles, wanting equal give and take, but you hadn't been. And for certain haven't been sharing your emotions with the Queen of Cups, so that wasn't being equally fair. So you got the Page of Cups, where you want to come forward with the message of, I like you, I love you, I adore you, I admire you, whichever. But you're going to be telling her how you betrayed her heart, and that's put you in isolation to do some soul searching. Knowing you betrayed her, you were doing some soul searching, and as a result, you came out realizing what you'd done to this connection and to her, and probably broke her heart. That you just you're telling her that you come to see the error of your ways, you've grown, and that you want to correct, fix, mend, and correct. Okay, so this is you coming forward with it would be in the reverse, guys. You want to move towards her in that kind of reunion at some point, but you had to let go of your fears. You have to let go of your fears about doing that, and that's in the reverse. It's letting go of your fears, allowing yourself to allow your emotions to come up, and because you're growing, right? You're Emperor. You're going to be expressing your emotions fairly, and you're going to be giving to this connection equally, like you've never done before. And that cup is going to be for her and her alone, instead of for maybe somebody else, right? You're going to let her know that cup has got her name on it, because in the past you betrayed her and broke her heart, and that you have been really feeling it yourself and realizing that you had a lot of growing to do. The dark night of the soul about all of this, about your past with your relationship with the Queen of Wands doing that to you. It's been good, but it's been painfully good. It's painful. This has been painful all around. I don't wish it on anyone, but unfortunately for us to grow, sometimes that's what has to happen to us in our relationships. We do people wrong, they do us wrong. It's got to balance. That's the Six of Pentacles. Things have got to come back into balance, where you've got to have something done to you that you've done to somebody else, before you'll be able to see and be aware of what you had done and grow, hopefully, from that. Let's do a divine insight and advice here for you before we shut this down. For our W names, Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, what can you give them for insight and advice for our W names? Crumbling. What you've built feels like it's falling apart. It's okay. You have the strength to build a new one. Yeah, you do. You're like the wounded warrior, but you're going to stand up with your last battle so that you can move towards the Queen of Cups, who you dearly have a lot of great thoughts of, emotions for, memories of. You know that it crumbled. That this one and that one fell because there was two on the same platform, on the same foundation. whether it was with this one or somebody else you were with the time when you met this Queen of Cups, there was two on the same foundation, and that was too much for that foundation. So it had to fall down, had to have cracks and fall. Games, playing at love, but not serious about keeping it. Know what you want and be honest. Yeah. No, is there any point for me to explain that further? I don't think so. Childish. Someone has to be the adult in the room. Maybe the term should be grow up and get out. Yeah, she needed to grow up and get out. You grew up and maybe you took yourself out of it. But you grew up and you were childish then, yes, but you're not. You're not anymore. So I hope this was helpful to you. And until next month, we'll talk to you again. Bye for now.
Nunca se ve bailando en la pista sola. Llega a montarla con sus amigas gastando el dólar. Me dice peso, ¿qué será lo que tiene esa morra?